but you know, you can't do it all at one time. Sometimes it's a time issue, sometimes it's a money issue, sometimes it's both, and sometimes we just don't feel like it. And you guys, you know what that's like. Oh my gosh. All right, so y'all, so you know, here a while back I made a video. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, so here a while back I made a video that I was getting rid of some red wasps in a pipe. There was a wasp nest up in there that wasn't quite as big as a dinner plate, but there were probably about 3 dozen wasps that fell off of that or flew away. And I had one that I had one that landed on my shirt, which it wasn't trying to attack me, it was just trying to get away. But y'all, I hate red wasps, and I just happened to notice that it was up there just now, and so I needed to get rid of it, because if it gets warm later, they all be flying around, and I had not noticed it until just now. So, but if there's that many wasps on it, it probably's been there for a while, and I'm just glad that I found it while it's nice and cool outside, so that they're pretty docile, and most of them were hanging out on the nest itself. So yeah, so anyway, y'all, I've got that was not going to be my my introduction or my welcome to you guys this morning, but welcome, and thanks for watching the video today. I'm glad you clicked on it. I don't know what my thumbnail or my title is going to be at the moment, because they just kind of yeah, they kind of got my heart racing. So anyway, my name's John. Welcome to the channel, Delighted Acres Farm. And today I am going to be just doing some stuff that needs to be done. I got some staples to put in the skirt that is around our chicken coop. I need to put more of those in. I have a tree that I'm probably going to be cutting down. That's my plan. That was one of the main things for me today. It's not a huge tree, it's a small tree, but it's just an old red bud that is mostly dead already, and it just needs to come down. What else? Yeah, I've got some, do y'all deal with moles or with gophers? Gophers specifically. So here a while back at Harbor Freight, we found some gopher deterrents. They are powered by the sun, and they vibrate, and they make a tone about every 30 seconds. And so we got a couple of those, put them out in the front yard. And for the most part, they've done really well for the last few months of deterring the gophers from digging, at least building up mounds in the yard. So I've got a few of those. We got some more of those a little after that, and I've had them set out in the yard getting some sunshine to charge them up. And so I'm probably going to put those in the ground today as well. And I'm going to probably be checking myself multiple times this morning to make sure there's no red wasps on me. Because wow, y'all, you don't know how much that made my heart race. I was not intending for it to for them to be so many on that, and they just kept falling down almost like a waterfall of red wasps to the ground. So anyway, y'all, thanks for clicking on the video. I hope that you enjoy it. So come along with me, and we'll see what we can get done today. So what I've got here are DeWitt brand, I guess a DeWitt brand anchoring pins for securing landscape and garden fabrics. And so I'm using it here with the skirt that's around the chicken coop. So on the landscape, it's not landscape fabric, it's what is it called? I can't remember. So I'm using it here with a wire that goes around the chicken coop. And so they are 6-inch pins, and they go down and secure the wire. Let me show you. So can you see that? You got pointy ends on the end, so it goes down into the yard. And whenever I first put this down, I got 3 packages of these, and I went around the perimeter of the skirt just to make sure it was held down. We haven't had anything try to dig yet, but we're trying to make it as secure as possible. So also trying to prevent the trip hazard, because it's not completely flat. There's some spots that kind of bubble up or on the edge that just kind of pooch up. And so I'm trying to at least the parts that we walk on and the parts that we are on more often, I'm trying to make sure that's secure so we're not tripping on it whenever we're taking care of the chickens. And so this is not going to be the end. We have plans going forward to do more, but right now it's a step-by-step process, and we got other stuff going on that we're working on as well, and things that we need to get done. And so it's a lot of projects in our mind and a lot of things that have started, a lot of things we want to start, but you know, we can't do it all at one time. Sometimes it's a time issue, sometimes it's a money issue, sometimes it's both, and sometimes we just don't feel like it. And you guys, you know what that's like. But we are making progress. I'm making progress with the chicken coop and making it secure. So right now I'm going to get back at it. I've already done one of the packets. We got 3 to finish up, and so I got 2 more. That's what we're going to do, and then we'll get to the next project. All right, so I got all the staples in, and there was really no, I mean, I was gonna say there's no real rhyme or reason, but there really was. It's just not, they weren't spaced out regular, like every 6 inches or anything like that. It was just, I put them down where trip hazards were and where other animals may be able to get under the edge and dig. And so I'm just trying to prevent all of that. So there's some areas where there's more staples and some areas where there are less or fewer staples. And so I just kind of went around, and what looked good. So anyway, real quick, let me let you say hi to the ladies. All right, so got a few more things to get to, and so let's get to it. But first, let me show you guys something. We've been keeping our food and snacks and all that stuff for the chickens in a utility room inside the house, and we wanted to get it out, and so went to Atwood's, which is our local farm and ranch store. and was looking for a metal trash can. And when I was there, we were looking around, and I found two trash cans, two different sizes of metal trash cans. And I thought, well, where are the lids? So I went looking for the lids. Well, I found two different sizes of lids. Well, guess what? I had two sizes of trash cans, two sizes of lids, but the lids didn't fit the trash cans. And so that was just perplexing to me. And I've been in since, and they have three sizes of trash cans and still two sizes of lids, and none of them fit any of them. And so that's just weird. So somebody messed up somewhere. But Kelly was in got a bug on me, and I thought it was a red wasp, but it's not. So anyway, Kelly was in Enid, Oklahoma here last week, and she was in I don't know where she was. It was either Atwoods or Tractor Supply up there, and she found, do what? She was at Tractor Supply. So she was at Tractor Supply, and she found the trash can that works for us, and it had a lid and all that, and so she brought it home. And so now we have a trash can out here that we have put our stuff in. So let me show you real quick. So there is the Tractor Supply trash can, and I had a bungee cord, so I put a bungee on top of it so that the wind and animals can't take it off. Let's see if I can do this. So there we have. We just keep it out here now. So for the moment, we're keeping it out here just to put our bags of stuff in. Down the road, who knows, we may get another one or two. So we can keep our bedding, our pine shavings and all that stuff in it as well. But right now the bedding is in the garage, and it's okay because it's in another trash can. But so right now we've got our insect trail mix. We have some mealworms, the food, and some grit down in the trash can. But that keeps it out of the weather, out of the rain, out of the mouths of any predators or scavengers that might be looking for it. So if you're looking for something to store your stuff in, a metal trash can is a good idea. So I know a lot of people use the plastic containers that is for food and stuff, but I've seen a lot of videos of people who have had rats and other varmints that get into it, chew holes through the lid and through the side. Well, it's going to be a lot harder to do with a metal trash can. So that's why we went with the metal. So drop a comment down below. What are some things that you use to protect your feed and other things for your animals? So I'd be interested to know. So while I'm making a video over there and other places, Kelly's over here in the garden. She's been working on a video for a while, and so she's working on her tomato plants right now and thinning those out and stuff. And so you got to stay tuned for that video because she's working on this all by herself, and that's super exciting. So anyway, she's about to show me what she's doing, and like I said, you got to wait for that video to come out. All right, so I've got my Stihl chainsaw. It is a Stihl MS-170, and I got it here a couple months ago during the summer, early summer. It's back when the wind was blowing 30 miles an hour every day, and the wind was blowing, and thought, man, we're gonna lose some trees or some limbs, and we did lose a few, but then it stopped blowing, and the next day there was a huge limb that broke out of one of the pine trees in the backyard, and didn't have any way to cut it up. So I went to Atwoods, got this little chainsaw and cut it up, and it worked real good. It's not a professional chainsaw, but it's a Stihl, and it is very good quality, and it worked just fine for what I needed it for. And it is made for those small jobs, not if I'm going to professionally like want to cut up trees and sell firewood or anything like that, probably. I'd probably want a little nicer one, but this is not the bottom of the barrel, but it's not the top of the line either, so it's somewhere in the middle. But right now I'm going to cut down this tree right here. You can see part of it's already been cut off, and that was quite some time ago, because it whenever, I don't exactly know how many years, it's been a bit, but so we're coming up on, my dad passed away 5 years ago in October, and my mom passed away a year ago in October. And so Kelly and I have been here, well, since then, since the end of October, 1st of November, we've been here at this house. But this tree, my mom was talking about for the last few years, that this tree just needs to come down. It is a red bud tree, but as you can tell, I don't know, let's see if you can tell, there are not a whole lot of leaves. A lot of even the healthiest part is, even still not that healthy. And so instead of just having it sit here and slowly dying away, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to take it out, I'm going to cut it down, cut it up, and I'll probably leave a stump so high for now, and then we'll figure out what to do with that later. But as of right now, I'm going to cut the big piece, the tallest piece off, and probably trim up a little bit, or trim down, whatever the words may be. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my little steel chainsaw and see what I can get done. So yeah, here we go. I got it. All right, so there it is. Tree is cut down. The tree is cut up. Now I got to just take the pieces. I'm probably gonna, at least for right now, I'm gonna probably stack them against the stump until I figure out what I want to do with it. I don't know how it'll burn. I mean, I'm sure it'll burn just fine, but I don't know about, like, in our little burn pit, our fire pit. I'm sure it'll be okay, but I just got to do a little research on it. So for now, I'm going to put it right here against the stump. Most of it is dry, so it'll burn right now. Like I said, a lot of it was already dead. So all right, well, there you have it. I got it all stacked up, ready for whatever I do with it. Like I said, I don't know if I'm actually gonna burn it in our little fire ring or not, but I have it if I need it, and we always have limbs and twigs and stuff falling out of the trees, so there's always something to burn. And just like back here, this pile of wood right there, that is actually an old pecan tree, and gosh, I want to say that has been laying there 8 or so years, and I really could set a match to it right now. The whole thing would go up in about 10 minutes, but I don't want to do that. So I'm probably at some point going to go ahead and take my chainsaw and cut that up into smaller chunks, and we might do something with it, or we might just throw it in the big burn pit whenever we burn that, and just get rid of it completely. But I don't know, it's just kind of in the way right there. The cows graze around it, but if I ever wanted to do something out here, it would just be in the way. So anyway, that'll be for another day, another project. So also, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but you know, we got us a garden, and this is our first year here to be having a garden. And so we were able to acquire a raised bed that was in somebody else's yard, had been taken out and just sat in the alley in town for a month and a half or so. And so a friend of ours asked about it and said they'll haul it away, and so they took it apart and they brought it out to our place. And so right here, you see, this is nice, made out of metal, and that's how it was used. It's actually upside down. I don't know if you can see the 2 stakes over there. That's where it pokes into the ground. And this is like I said, it's just made out of metal. It's not real heavy or anything like that, but we've been wanting to do raised beds. We've talked about it. In our previous garden, whenever we were still in Ohio, we had raised beds we had put together, but those were out of lumber. And figure being able to get this made out of metal already together, we just have to put a couple screws in it and it's ready to go, versus going to the store, buying the lumber to make a raised bed. So this winter, we are going to make a plan for the garden, how we're going to do it, what we're going to do, if we're going to make it bigger, the location, all of that. Then make an idea, or come up with ideas and make a plan for this raised bed as well. It'll be back there somewhere, but we don't know what. But yeah, y'all, do y'all have raised beds? This is pretty exciting because this is something that we have acquired, that whenever you can acquire things without having to pay for it, that's way better. So we would have given a few dollars or whatever for it, but we're able to get it for no cost, and it'll come in handy because we'll have to probably buy oh snap, you know what, I just had an idea. We've been talking about doing some hugelkultur whenever we do raised beds, and if you're not familiar with that, look it up. But the idea is that you take vegetation and decaying logs and wood and stuff like that, and you put, so originally they would pile it up and just make a berm on their property, and then they would cover that with dirt and soil, and they would plant directly into that. And as the wood and the other vegetation decayed, it would fertilize it as the other stuff grew. Well, that has been translated to modern gardening, especially in raised beds, where you would put down big pieces of wood, and like if you had old firewood, grass clippings and whatnot, and you throw it in here, and then you add your soil on top of that. It doesn't take as much soil to fill it up because you've got all that extra stuff in there. Plus, as it breaks down, it helps to fertilize from the bottom. And so this pecan that's out here, I gotta check it out. I gotta see if that would be a good source to put in the raised bed whenever we put it down. We'll see. We've got a bunch of other stuff, a lot of other wood and tree stuff that could go in a hugelkultur system. So yeah, a lot of stuff to think about. Anyway, y'all, that tree's cut up, the wood is all stacked, and I got other things that are on my plate. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go and at some point today put the gosh, what is it called? The deterrent for the gophers. Yeah, the gopher deterrent. I'll show you the box here in just a little bit, show you what they look like. And like I said, I've had them sitting out in the sunshine for the last couple of weeks because I just was lazy and didn't get them put in the ground, but also was trying to figure out where to put them. So we're gonna put one probably close to the garden, probably put one out here close to the fence, by the gate, because the gophers have really been making some big mounds out there. On the other side of the house, they've been digging, and in the backyard and toward the cow lot. So yeah, if we put them strategically out across the yard, then hopefully it will push them out away from the yard and garden at least. So anyway, all right, I'm going to do that here in a little bit. Right now, I'm going to go back here, and Kelly has gone and sit next to the chickens and is taking a break from working in the garden. And yeah, I'll get back to it here in just a minute. But first, I will give you a sneak peek of what Kelly's been doing here in the garden. So basically what happened was, it was so hot this summer and time just didn't allow us to really do a whole lot in the garden, and so it actually got overgrown. So that's what Kelly's doing. Kelly is currently trimming it up, cutting it out and pruning back so that the growing time that we still have left, she is able to make these healthier so that we can still harvest. So anyway, she's pruning it back, and she's making it healthy. So that's a sneak peek. So, but like I said, stay tuned for the video. We'll be out at some point when we're finished with it. All right, so my plan was to go ahead and put those solar powered deterrents in the ground, but while we're sitting out there with the chickens, it started to sprinkle and it's raining a little bit, so you might hear that. So I'm gonna let that pass. I don't know if I'll actually get them put in the ground or not, but if you can hear me over the rain, I'm just gonna show you real quick what it is. So it is a solar mole and gopher chaser. Works day and night, it says. So it drives away moles, pocket gophers, and voles in minutes. Works day and night. Emits a sonic tone every 30 seconds. Protects large yards and outdoor areas. Basically, you want to put these, like, they have a radius of like 50 feet, something like that. So you put them within 75 to 100 feet of each other, and it protects a larger area. So, but they're a Greenwood brand. Like I said, we got these at Harbor Freight. They were pretty inexpensive. I think the first ones I got was on sale, and then we decided to go get more. And they have some at like Home Depot or Lowe's that are quite a bit more expensive, but we're pretty happy with the ones we got at Harbor Freight because they have done a pretty good job. So we'll get these in the ground at some point. Hopefully they do just as good a job as the ones we got first. And so just so you see, it's got the solar pad on the top. They're what, 10 to 12 inches tall. There's a button right here on the bottom. I don't know if you heard that buzz, but every 30 seconds it makes that zzz. It has a little vibration to it in the ground, and that is supposed to deter the gopher and the moles and stuff like that, because what it does is it is mimicking a distress call, kind of like, hey, stay away from here because something has me. And all right, see, there you go. Like I said, so far so good. I hope that these do just as good. And but for now, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please go ahead and do that. I'd appreciate that. And ring the notification bell so you know when new stuff comes out. And if you've made it this far into the video, why don't you go ahead and do those things? You might as well. And also, if you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you so much. If you've been with me a while, if you're new with the channel, we really appreciate it. So you guys have a great rest of your day, whatever day it is that you are watching this, and we'll see you on the next video.